Okay, this is gonna be my Hotline Miami new game 90% submission video for GDQ. Alright, I'm just gonna start it off. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first off, this is Hotline Miami, and this category is the 90% category for the game. So we can do whatever you want. The most popular category in the category that's been seen at other GDQs has been New Game Plus all levels. That is a very different category to this. That one includes no level skips, and it uses the Brandon mask throughout the entire run. This run will utilize 3 masks mainly. It'll be Richard for the very beginning, then Tony and Graham will be switched on and off. Richard is the mask you have at the beginning. It has no effects. Tony will be a mask that we're going to use that will give us the ability for lethal punching. So normally when you punch someone, they just get knocked down, but with Tony you get to kill them instantly. And then with Graham, you'll be able to move at 1/6 speed over normal. Now, so in Hotline Miami, the first level we just watched is pretty simple. There's really nothing going on. This is generic Hotline Miami gameplay. It's typical top-down action shooter. It's very fast-paced. Now, so there are different types of weapons in this game. There are melee weapons and there are guns, of course. Now, so there's 3 main guns in this game. Those are the 6-round shotgun, pump shotgun. There's a double barrel shotgun, 2 rounds, and then there's also the assault rifle, 24 rounds. Since we're playing on New Game, we unlock more weapons as we go on. So a lot of the more obscure guns are not going to be seen throughout this run. And this is the first time we'll see Tony. So there's a little bit less RNG towards the gameplay in terms of the weapons that are dropped inside of a New Game 90% run compared to a full 100% category. Well, full 100% run, because you have less guns unlocked for the character to use. Now, so right there, those yellow walls, I was able to shoot through them because in this level and this level alone, there's those yellow walls, and those are the yellow walls that gun pellets pass through. So we've designed our strategy around that, and yeah. Also, as you just noticed, I quit to the menu and then instantly continued to the next level. That's not allowed in all levels. Now right here I'm going to do the first level skip, which is called Decadence Skip. We're going to come up here, execute this guy through the wall, take his gun, shoot the gun, then we just wait for this guy. I messed up a little bit, shouldn't be too much of an issue. We can just reposition him and we're good. So basically what happened there is, when you punch that, whenever you hit a AI, as long as they don't hit a wall, they'll lie down flat like that. Now, because he was laying down flat like that, and he was under the door, so that car is the end level trigger for the game, and for some reason on the specific levels, we can get underneath that trigger, and then it'll count us as having been the level. So for that level, so we needed 2 people to skip that level because we needed to have a gun to bait one guy over, and then we needed to have one guy to actually execute under. So that was the first skip ever found in this game. It's pretty simple. Now, tension is just another basic level, but yeah. So there are 6 total skips that you'll see throughout the run. Also, yeah, the music is playing separate to the game because I don't like the music cutting out. Also, yeah, tension is a very difficult level. Either way. Now, we just unlocked Graham, which is really good because Graham is actually very useful in this level because he is quite fast. It is like, you unlock him perfectly. In a different category, he is unlocked in like the exact time you need him. That is, what is it called? All masks, but this is a different category. But in this case, it's just that he is a little bit faster, and it's quite nice to use him. And he is the character, as I mentioned before, that moves at 116.666 repeating speed. Oof. Also, it is evident there are deaths in this game, and there always will be. Yeah, because this game is a little difficult. Also, there's a lot of RNG in this game. Speaking of RNG in this game, basically everything in this game is RNG. There's weapon RNG, there's AI RNG, there's reaction time RNG for the AI, and a lot more. The biggest enemy of this game is actually the doors, though, fun fact. So Clean It is actually a really interesting level because it is played quite differently, and it's a much more technical level in terms of play than others. So in this case, we come over here and we're baiting an AI. We're going to use this thing called the hostage. We call it hostage rat. It's just you can take a hostage. You can take a hostage by having a specific weapon. I think it's about I think it's only 3 weapons that exist that you can do it with. But when you have that weapon and then you stand over an knocked down AI and press spacebar, you'll pick him up as a hostage. And we can use that to our advantage as using it as a barrier to just run in there and just spray down everyone. And so that's what happened on the first screen. It happens really fast. Now on the second screen, we just have that was just a very optimal strat that we have, but it's pretty difficult to get into. And we're also doing I did a minor timing thing just to make sure that I got it as consistently as possible by going up into the top left corner before shooting, and then so that those AIs that came running at me didn't kill me in an unexpected way. Now this is called a neighbors skip. So in this case, we can't do the same way as the last time. We can wait till this guy just gets into the perfect spot and then trying to execute him, but that's very inconsistent and slow most of the time. So instead what we do is we go in there and we try and get both of those guys into that one room and use one to clip back out of bounds, well, out of where we normally should be, and then use the other guy to get underneath the car door and skip it. Ooh, I forgot to press spacebar, but what I can show here, I'm going to press spacebar right there, and let's see if I can do the elevator warp. I haven't done a run in a couple of days, so I'm a little rusty. Oh, no. Maybe? Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. So there's a warp that we found on this level that lets you teleport instantly to the elevator after executing this guy, but I messed it up. No big deal. Though, when you do it, it looks really, really cool. And basically, it's right once you kill him, I would instantly teleport into this elevator over here. Say it's 8 seconds if you're playing Graham. Now, so Decadence and Neighbor Skips have been known since 2013. However, this next one we're doing, Push It Skip, was found in a group of 4. These 4 new skips are all found in late 2017. And are the reason that the NGNE percent is now much, much, much faster than it used to be. Now it's not just a few minutes faster than all levels, the world record is 15 minutes instead of what it used to be, which was a low 19, so it saved roughly 4 minutes-ish. Crackdown, there is no skip, it's just a difficult level. The first screen is just a very, actually I forgot to do my strategy, but oof. Because I do quite a couple different strategies throughout the years on this level, so sometimes I forget to do the right one. This is a little, not the most optimal. And then, so on this level, on this screen specifically, you only need to kill, I think it's exactly 11 AI, and then that laser appears, and that's the trigger to end the level. So this is the only screen in the entire game where you don't have to kill every single person. And on that second, when we went back to the first screen, you actually can't kill any of them, you can only knock them down. So you couldn't kill them in the first place anyways. So that wasn't even an option. Hot and Heavy is a very difficult level. It's also a very long level. So this first screen is very trivial. You just need to hit oof. Say that and then I die. Oof. Karma. But you just need to hit if I did it correctly, I would have hit the cycle perfectly. You just need to hit cycles to make sure that you get that done fast and don't die. But in general, it's usually not that bad. I'm just a little tad rusty. Usually I don't die there. The second screen, same thing, but coming up we're going to go to this third screen, which I need to come in with an assault rifle, and if I don't, then it's going to be very slow, and because I have based my entire strategy around having this assault rifle. There are other strategies for this level, but I like to use this one because when I'm actually practiced, it is quite fast. And then their dog will be down here, but yeah, basically just kill most of them, and then sometimes, if I do it perfectly, then I'm able to kill all of them without even going down to like finish off one of the dogs or whatever. This is actually sort of difficult strat to do, but once I get it, yeah, like that. It's very tight, so it's very easy to mess up. Oof. Oh, this is not good. There we go. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so this is one of the harder levels in this category because we skip a lot of the hard levels now that we have a bunch of skips. But this is one of the very difficult levels that's still in Crackdown and Hot and Heavier right back to back. Now coming up is the level which helped us discover the 4 new level skips. It was the first of the 4 to be discovered. It was actually found by a guy on YouTube just posting on someone's video and was like wondering why we weren't doing a skip that they found, and then we did it and they're like, wow. And so that's Deadline skip, and it's very fast right there. So basically what happened right there is so we use a hostage, as I said before. So when when you pick up a hostage, you actually are able to walk outside of bounds. And so if you try and execute a AI underneath the car door like we did in the other level, in like Neighbors and Decadence, then it would just restart the level over. However, if you do the same, if you go in from out of bounds to be underneath the car door, which happens because then it lets us hits the end level trigger. And so when we go out of bounds and we execute him, the game then realizes, oh, we're out of bounds. So it brings us down to the closest to the top of the car. Well, it tries to bring us a little bit lower than that. And the second it does that, it lets us be underneath the car door. And so that lets us skip the level. Now, what I just did is, the second I saw the save icon in the bottom right corner, I Alt F4'd the game, closed it out, and we reopen it because it saves a few seconds to just quit out, then wait for that entire cutscene to go through, because the end level trigger occurs directly when you see the save icon. Now here on Assault skip, this is a very precise skip and it's very annoying to do, but basically I just need to get out of bounds with this guy. So okay, we're good. Now I just have to wait here because eventually, yeah, see, one guy will come after me. And now, once I'm out of bounds, they act really funky, but we can just do this, and now he's going to be a little bit afraid of me, so he's going to walk in the opposite direction of me, and I abuse that to position him quite correctly, and then, using the same logic as the Deadline, we just execute him from out of bounds, because we were briefly out of bounds when we were executing him. Now, the same thing's going to apply to Vengeance, but the Assault skip saves a bit more time. But yeah, so here we're just going to pop open the door, and we're just going to grab him. This one's much, much easier. This is a very easy skip. But it skips another hard level again. Showdown is nothing special. I'm just going to shoot 2 double barrel shotguns and we're good. Now this boss is actually pretty difficult as a casual player, but for us it's pretty much trivial. Sometimes I die here because I just move in very dumb ways, and if you move in if you're in certain places, those dogs will just like instantly kill you. Oof. Alright, that was me not playing correctly. Also, the knives are in a very weird spot. The knife drops. She always drops 3, but they drop in a random spot. And hers were in a very spread out position, so I'm not exactly used to that. But yeah, here we just have to throw 2 knives at him, and then he shoots himself. And then we just throw all those weapons and wait for this phone. So actually, and also that bullet that you saw that he shot himself with, you can actually die to that. So if you stand to the side of him when he shoots that, you can actually die, and you have to restart the fight over again. It's kind of hilarious. And yeah, so that's the end of the biker, the jacket portion of this run. And now we wait for this little cutscene, and then we'll go on to Biker. And Biker moves at the same speed as Graham, but you can't pick up any weapons. You just have a persistent meat cleaver, and you have 3 throwing knives. So the main gist of the 2 levels that are actually like actual levels, because there's 4 levels left, but 2 of them are just basically formalities. But so for Safe House and Fun and Games, we optimized our route again around using those 3 knives to try and kill people out of the way, of course, because they're projectiles, and then the rest is just doing melee strats. So this is Safe House. It's hard. It goes by really fast, but it's a very difficult level, and it's very precise if you want to do the fastest strategy that I developed. Ooh, and that was actually a very good Safe House. That was pretty perfect. But yeah, so we used 3 knives in specific ways on the guys that are furthest away, and that saved the most amount of time. And that got us 88 is actually a really good time for that level. But yeah. Now we're going to Fun and Games, and I was able to go into the bathroom in that in-between section, but once we finish this level, we will not be. It's locked at that point. That is bad RNG, but it can be. I just didn't look ahead, which is just a rookie mistake. Now here, I'm going to try and move in a specific way, which, okay, I didn't quite get it. If you move in a perfect little half circle right there, then you get this guy right there to come at you in an optimal way, and then also everyone else does. And you can save a little bit of time. It's a bit more consistent, but it's hard to do. Alright, so yeah, now we're just on the last 2 levels. As I said, you also can't get up here. Train call, there's really nothing to it. We just walk, and then we do a very simple clip through a wall. So we're just gonna, you have to walk over here, and then we're just gonna lock onto this guy, and we hope that he doesn't get too close to the door, to the computer, which he kind of was. So you move a little bit faster before you throw the knife than after you do, so it is optimal to, if he gets in front of the computer, you have to kill him before, otherwise he starts talking to you, which loses time. And then here we just, as you saw, we kicked through, we move while we're doing that, and so we knock him down right in front of, inside the wall, so that when we kick him in the right direction, we just clip right through the wall, and that saves 9 seconds. 8 seconds, I think, sorry. And then this is resolution, and this is where the donation incentive is, the save or kill developers. Basically, this is just perfect movement and then hitting the right text boxes, like I just did. But you can kill those guys if you want to, so if we go back in there, I don't need to, but yeah, you're able to just throw a knife at them and kill them. And that is the run. As you can tell, the run is very different than Nigga Assault levels, in terms of mask usages, and then there's 6 level skips and all that. It's much faster and much different, a lot more to talk about. It's interesting. I think it's a good run, and Hotline needs to get back in. It hasn't been in 4 years by the time AG 2020 rolls around. And new game 90% has never been seen before, so,